Hello, everyone. It's Susie. Welcome back. If you're new here, welcome in. If you don't know me, I'm a part-time reseller. I sell on eBay and Etsy and Poshmark, and now also on the Real Real, in addition to direct sales here on YouTube. So, today's video is another vintage jewelry sale, and it's all Sarah Coventry. I pulled these items from my Etsy shop, and I think we'll see how this goes. Maybe moving forward, every week I will have a vintage jewelry sale with items from my Etsy shop. I have about 500 items listed. So, with that said, here, as you can see, are all the pieces that we will go through. I think there's about maybe 25 pieces. So let's make some room and without hesitation begin. So let's talk a little bit about Sarah Coventry. It was established in 1949. That is 76 years ago by a gentleman whose name was Lyman Stewart. He named the company after his granddaughter, and it became recognized as the oldest direct selling jewelry company in the world because the jewelry was sold in home jewelry parties. Think of something similar to having Tupperware parties or Avon parties, back in the day. It was very popular in, I would say, the 60s to the 70s. One thing about Sarah Coventry, the company, they didn't make their own jewelry. They sketched out designs, but they would use other manufacturers to produce their jewelry. Mr. Stewart also owned Emmons, who was named in honor of his wife, Caroline Emmons. So both companies created costume jewelry, collaborated with other companies, and in 1981 he filed for bankruptcy. It was sold to a Canadian company in the mid-80s, and then in the 90s, they sold it to someone. And in 2009, the name Sarah Coventry no longer existed in the business. So I would say from 1949, to be realistic, when it was owned by Mr. Stewart, to 1981. So all this jewelry that you'll come across in the wild by Sarah Coventry, I found to be mostly from the 60s and the 70s. So that's a little bit of something with regards to the jewelry history of Sarah Coventry. So the first item I wanted to show, well, I happen to have two, but it is a brooch, a gold tone sunflower, I guess, brooch. As you can see, it's layered like two tiers, and it is textured on the top. The petals are textured, and the bottom layer are polished. They do have a raised bead style center. The back is also textured. There's a bit of weight, and can you hear that mechanism? It does have a rollover clasp. This here is actually from 1964. This measures in at 2 1/4 inches around. So I have this one here. I have two, and they're both in great condition. As you can see, it is signed right there. Let's see. I think I need the magnifier to show you that it says copyright Sarah Cove, short for Sarah Coventry. So this here, like I said, I have two. Let me get the numbered cards. This will be item number 1. The next item I also have 2 of are these really fun lucite confetti, I guess button earrings, clip-on earrings. Here you can see they're gold tone. They have this like a diagonal bezel around it. It is filled with multicolored confetti with that black and white design backdrop. The back of them is gold tone textured, and they are signed on the back of the clip. Let's see. Sarah Cove with the copyright on top. Here's the other pair. And I have 2 pairs. And this will be item number 2. And they measure about 1 1/8 around. Next up, item number 3. I have 3 of. Yeah, I came across them quite easily in separate jewelry lots. These are silver tone strawberry brooches. They are known as strawberry ice. They're from the 70s. They're each about 2 inches high, 1.5 inches wide. Here you can see textured silver tone, polished stem and leaves and seeds. Here's the back of them. Rollover clasp, as you can see. Hollow textured interior. The cartouche. Copyright Sarah Cove. Here's the second one. Pin nice and straight. Here's the last one. Have a little assembly line going here. So, strawberry ice. I have 3 of them. Item number 3. Next up, we have another brooch. This is a silver tone textured apple. Can you believe this is from 1961? It makes this piece 64 years old. It is a textured silver tone apple known as Adam's Delight. This measures in at 2 1/4 inches high, 1 3/4 inches wide. Textured leaves, stem, body. Here is the back side of it. Little mark on the pin right there. Roll over clasp. Now to find the signature. Do you see it? It's right there on the upper left hand corner. Well, on the leaf. It is right there. Sarah Cove with the copyright. This here, Adam's Delight, will be item number 4. Number 5. Earrings. Aren't these beautiful? Gold tone. They kind of look like, I don't know, like branches. Gives me a brutalist vibe, right? You have these beautiful honey-colored glass, emerald cut centers with this gold tone setting, textured on the inside, polished, outline. Here you can see the back, the construction. The back of the clip is signed copyright Sarah Cove. Here's the other one. Let's see. These measure 1.25 inches high and 3/4 of an inch wide. So pretty. This will be item number 5. Next up, another pair of earrings. These are really very nice. Leaves, green enamel, gold tone, open work. These are also clip-on earrings. As you can see, they are textured on the back side. They are also signed copyright Sarah Cove on the back of the clip. The funniest thing, do you see, here, let me bring this back. On the, well, they're backwards. On the left, there's a little R, and on the right, there's an L. So that means they go this way. And they're worn this way. Right, left. When I first saw this, I'm thinking, Ralph Lauren? And then I'm thinking, silly, silly, silly. It means right and left. Let me open this up. Nice and clean. Really a unique earring. Okay, so if it's worn that way, let's see. It would be like this on your ear. Like so. So this item by Sarah Coventry, these are really unique. I have not seen these again. These earrings will be item number 6. These measure, well, you know what? When I was measuring it, I measured it this way. So it's 1 inch high and about, no, I measured it this way. 1 inch high and a 1.5 inches wide. Number 6. Number 7. Another pair of clip earrings. These are beautiful lavender or lilac enameled floral earrings with the pink rhinestones. I gotta show you the back. Very ornate back. Look at that. You see all that etching? Signed copyright Sarah Cove, and there's also a patent number on the back of the clip middle. This still has a pad on it. Wow, that's a pretty ornate pad. Here you can see, very pretty earring. Let's look at the other one. Open this one up. Okay. Nice. So, here you have it. I would say these are in great condition. These measure about 1.5 inches high and 3/4 inches wide. This pair will be item number 7. Number 8. Seagull? Okay, now I'm going to be dating myself. Who remembers Jonathan Livingston Seagull? I think that was a book it was required reading back in the day. This here, silver tone brooch of this soaring bird. Measures in at 2¼ inches high and 2¼ inches wide. There is some surface wear on the bird, I would say, like there. Overall, maybe. I mean, not bad. Turn him around. There you can see the backside is textured. There is a rollover clasp. The pin is nice and straight. It is signed. Right there. Copyright Sarah Cove. And this one you see quite often. There's a flock out there. So this brooch will be number 8. Next up, I have some more brooches. This one is, these are initial brooches. The first one is an E. As you can see, it's made up of these branches with a couple leaves. Here you can see rollover clasp. Pin looks good. This is like a light gold tone wash. Signed right there, Sarah Cove with the copyright. This here, E. So let's see, any Ellens or Elizabeth, Edward out there. This is going to be 9A. The next one I have is a J. Same format. Here's the back of the J. Looks good. There you can see it is signed. This J will be 9B. And these initial brooches measure in at 1¾ inch high by 1 inch wide. So we have these initials by Sarah Coventry, 9A and B, E and J. So do you collect Sarah Coventry? Do you have a big collection? Do you run across her jewelry? I seem to. So the next one is a brooch with a rollover clasp. It's silver tone. As you can see, there's 2 textures. One is a detailed textured side, well, front. Well, this is like a ribbon, and it's actually okay. The way it's constructed, do you see the texture side is wrapped around, and the interior is polished. It kind of looks like a bypass style brooch. And it's very, very long, as you can tell. Let's see where the signature is. Oh, this is really faint because it's like etched in right there. Copyright Sarah Cove. So it's not even raised, it is stamped on. Don't mind the noise outside. It's busy. It's busy. This here brooch measures in at, I think I measured it this way, 3½ inches high, 1¾ inch wide. Silver tone. I'm gonna call it the bypass brooch. This here is gonna be number 10. Very minimalistic vibe I'm getting from it. Next up, I have another brooch. Wow, this is pretty. Kind of reminds me of cattails, that plant. But this is actually called bittersweet berries. It's a gold tone, well, brushed gold tone detailed leaf. I love that twist that it has on the top. And you have these they're like a light orange, coral, salmon-y colored bead. Here's the back. Wow. I wonder if it's been worn. This pin doesn't even look like it's been touched. Rollover clasp. Pin is nice and straight. There you can see it is signed Sarah Cove with the copyright. Open back on these beads. I believe these beads are acrylic, maybe? I can't tell right now. My room is quite warm. The heat is blasting. This pin measures in at 3.5 inches high, 1.5 inches wide. Very pretty. Bittersweet berries. Number 11. Number 12. Let's look at a necklace. This one here has a spring ring clasp. In fact, I had 2 of these and I sold one already on Etsy. Here you can see it's a really big teardrop shape open pendant with one dangling pendant in the center. I really like the shapes that make up this teardrop. You have these little petals with the beads inside. You have a bale. Where is it signed? Right there on the bottom. This one is even shorter. The ones we've been seeing say Sarah Cove, short for Sarah Coventry. This one here basically just says Sarah. Copyright Sarah. This has a very long chain, like a multi-link texture chain. The chain measures in at 22 inches. The pendant is actually 4 inches high and 2.5 inches wide. 4 inches high includes the bale. We have this here. I like this one. And it's in that antiqued brass tone color. This one here is number 12. Here you go. You can see it close up. Next piece is beautiful. As you can see, it is a very long necklace. I would say this gives me brutalist style vibes. Do you see that? This is a different jewelry tag. It looks like a mirror, and it has the initials SC. This pendant necklace is from 1973. It is called the Twilight. It has this beautiful amethyst colored glass center. Look at this. Isn't that crazy? You have the clear rhinestones that are, if you look close, they're not clear. In fact, they kind of look blue. Let me show you the back of this. Okay, it is raised a bit. Here's the back, open back. Here's the chain. It's like a oblong Rollo link chain. This one here is finished with a hook closure, like a shepherd's hook. Let's untangle this. What's going on here? Let me just take this piece off the hook. And I think I'm going to have to do this off camera. Be right back. There is a hook at the end, and it can be placed on any loop, of course, so I guess you can call it adjustable. Let me show you this jewelry tag. It looks like a little handheld mirror. One side of it does say copyright Sarah Cove, and the opposite side has her initials. As I said, this necklace is from 1973. The chain is quite long. It is a 23-inch chain. The pendant is 3 inches high, including the bail. And I didn't measure the width, but give or take 2 inches, or 1 3/4 inches to be at the least. This here, okay, let's bring it back up. This item number 13. Let me wipe that. Yeah, that looks good. I don't see any scratches on the surface. Number 13. Next up, let's look at this bracelet. This is a gold tone disc bracelet. Measures in at 6 3/4. I would say this is from the 60s. Each disc is polished, and then it has this textured center design going across. There you can see. You look close, it looks like a floral design. This does have a fold-over clasp that goes right through that loop, nice and secure. Let's open it back up again. Let me show you the back of it, the construction, and on the back of that fold-over clasp, there it is signed copyright. Oh no, this is Sarah Cove copyright in uppercase. So we have this bracelet, 6 3/4 inches, and this will be item 14. 10 more pieces to go. We're up to number 15. This, you can see, is a necklace in a Asian style motif. This one has a jewelry tag that you'll see quite often. As you can see, it's a diamond shaped tag, and I'll show you that up close in a bit. This has a spring ring clasp. You have these links, long bars, all connected with a jump ring. You have these stations, these green acrylic cylinders with the gold end caps, and then you have this open work gold tone cylinder. This here measures in at 32 inches in total, 16-inch drop. Let's show you the closure up close. Let's show you the jewelry tag. That diamond-shaped jewelry tag. Come on, don't be shy. As you can see, it says copyright Sarah Cove. On one side, polished side, and the back side is a textured side. And it doesn't actually say anything, but it's textured. So here's the chain. And here are the stations. Very sweet. This here is Item number 13. Excuse me. Item number 15. What was I thinking? This heat is getting to me. It's better to be here than out there in the cold. All right, moving on. Next item is a bracelet. As you can see, it's silver tone. There are faces and crabs. This is actually from the 1973 collection, Talisman of Love. This is, let's see, I guess it depicts the astrological sign of Cancer. It is in really great condition. It's a long bracelet. It measures in at 7 3/4. In excellent condition. Let's show you the components close up. Fold over clasp. Here you can see the back side. I mean, this looks pristine. It looks like it's brand new. No wear. Here on the back of the fold over clasp is, let's see what this one says. Copyright Sarah Cove. There you go. This bracelet is item number 16. Next up, I have a pair of earrings. They're fun. These are gold tone, framed, like picture frame. Clip earrings. They are signed Copyright Sarah Cove on the back side. They look like Thunderbirds. Enameled. With like almost like a sand backdrop. They measure 1.25 inches all around. Very unique. I guess Southwestern feel, right? So these will be item number 17. Next piece, really unique. Never came across something like this. This necklace is made up of these gold tone spirals. This one here has a barrel clasp. And this beautiful pendant. That is a red faceted prong set glass stone surrounded by 2 rows of rope design strands, and you have this what is that, 1 2 3 4 octagon shaped frame. The back, it is open, gold tone setting, and there you can see it is signed Copyright Sarah Cove. This here, really sweet. The necklace only measures in at 15 inches in total. The pendant is 1.25 inches high by 1 inch wide. So we have this one here. Super beautiful. Super beautiful. Very beautiful. This is going to be, no, that does, how's that? Trying to find a spot for the cards that don't cause a glare. Number 18. Number 19 is the silver tone necklace. I love these dangling components. And this is a good length. The length on this is 17.5 inches. But the only problem with this necklace, as you can see right off the bat, you see right there, it's quite discolored. It's darker right there. And here. There is a hook closure. There's that little mirror jewelry tag. And yeah, this has wear. I'm going to show you where. There's the wear. Here you can see it close up. There's the jewelry tag. Here's the back of it. Okay, right here, you see? That silver is not as bright, so it's kind of dull. And here's the chain on this side. It's not too bad. There's that jewelry tag. The wear is really on the opposite side. Right here. On this chain. So, nonetheless, I think this is a really cool necklace. But it has wear. Right here. And here. And on the back of this. This one here is number 19. Next up, I have a set. Brooch and earrings. So let's take a look at the brooch first. As you can see, it is textured in the leaf portion area. Then on the bottom, you have some rhinestones. It's polished on the stem portion down here. This here measures in at 2.5 inches high, and I would say about 7/8 of an inch wide. Here's the back. There is some surface wear on the back, and oh, there's the signature. If you can see on the middle stem on the bottom, it does say copyright Sarah Cove. So we have the brooch and the matching earrings. A miniature version. These are clip-ons. And these do have some surface wear on the back of the leaves. They are signed on the back of the clips. Each. Copyright Sarah Cove. Copyright Sarah Cove. So you can see that. Let's open one up. There you can see. Needs a good clean. So, all right, when you wear these, they're facing down. The leaves, I mean. Because of the way the clips are set. Okay, so it would be like so. And I guess the brooch can be worn any which way you like. This here set, is number 20. Next up, I have this really large brooch. It is gold tone with the raised bead design. What do you think these are? Wheat stalks? I know that was a thing. It has this large swirl motif. It's from 1963. The measurements are 2.5 inches high when I measure it this way, and 3.25 inches wide. This is in a light gold tone wash. Here you can see the back, long pin, rollover clasp, and the signature is right in the center. Copyright Sarah Cove. So we have this one here, and this will be item 21. Number 22, this is a gold tone multi-strand tassel necklace. As you can see, one side has 3 hanging tassels with the beads at the end. The other one has 2. This one here has a 14.5 inch drop, making it a 29-inch necklace. The tassels measure in at 3 inches high. The way this necklace is worn is placed over your head because I do not see a clasp. I do like the beads. You have the wire beads in the almond shape. You have the gold tone beads. You even have the gold tone beads with the wire end caps. Just a very pretty design. And did you see that jewelry tag? It's the diamond shaped one. The one that says copyright Sarah Cove. This here really nice necklace will be item number 22. Next up, I have another pendant necklace. This one here is two-tone. The outside is a textured silver tone. The open work design on the inside is gold tone. Gives me a brutalist vibe here. Here's the back of it. There is some mark right there. It is on a gold tone oval link Rolo chain. It does have a hook closure with that mirror jewelry tag. The measurements on this necklace is 24 inches long, and the pendant portion measures in at 3 inches high and 1.5 inches wide. This here necklace is from the 70s, and it's item number 23. So I thought I had 25 items. My mistake, I have 24. And this is the last item that I will show. It is a cross pendant. This is from 1975. It's a limited edition called Peace. It was only available in 1975 from January to December, because after that year was up, the mold that was used to make this pendant was destroyed. So the chain, as you can see, it's multi-link textured chain, 24 inches long. The pendant, including the bail, measures in at 3.25 inches high, 2.5 inches wide. And let's bring you up close. You have that faux pearl center. It is pretty thick. On the back, it is textured and signed. Copyright Sarah Cove, limited edition, 1975. Here you can see the chain. And the spring ring clasp. So I'm thinking, I see a little jump ring there. Maybe there was a jewelry tag. I don't know. But at least this here is signed. So we have this cross pendant piece from 1975, and this will be number 24. This also wraps up this vintage jewelry Sarah Coventry sale. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. That really helps my channel to keep going. I've been getting very little views, and it's been affecting the status of the channel. If there's anything you would like to purchase, all you need to do is email me. My email address is dragonflybeez@gmail.com. I place instructions at the end of the video. I always include them below the video in the description box. If anything sells, I will create a sold list, and it will be a pinned comment below the video in the comment sections. So that means it's always going to be the first comment that appears. So check that out if you do plan on purchasing something. So I use PayPal to invoice, but you don't necessarily need an account. You can log in as a guest. And I use PirateShip to ship. I choose the least expensive way. I pack, let's say, sustainably, because if I will reuse packaging just to save on waste and the environment. So with that said, if you have any questions, just email me, and I will see you soon. And it will be another vintage jewelry sale, pulling items from my Etsy shop, unless I get some new inventory coming in, which I hope will be delivered by next week, maybe. But yeah, let me know. Comment below. Let me know, are there any brands that you would like to see vintage jewelry wise? I mean, I could have an Avon show, I could have a Monet show, Trafari maybe, or even a show with just brooches, and it would be all blinged out brooches, vintage of course. So yeah, give me some of your suggestions. I love to read your comments, and thank you for watching. Thanks for spending this time with me, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.